Tennessee in 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara. We're going to start with the threat of dangerous weather really across the entire state today. First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro is here with a look at the timing and the threats where you live, Stefano.
And we've already seen some of that dangerous weather come rumbling through parts of West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee earlier this morning, getting a little bit of a break, I guess we could say right now, but that should end up changing. Actually, a decent chunk of the state right now from Cookeville, Nashville up through Tiptonville sitting at a level 4 out of 5 on the scale. Elsewhere, there's a 3 out of 5 from Knoxville, Lawrenceburg, and Memphis, a 2 out of 5 down near the Chattanooga area. Wouldn't get too hung up on the difference between these values. Just know the severe weather risk is elevated across the entire state. Heavy rain, damaging wind gusts, the chance for some large hail, even a couple of spin-up tornadoes will be on the table for us today. So all forms of severe weather are going to be ready to go. So make sure you stay weather ready and make sure you have a plan in place when severe weather does come rumbling through. We'll have some pop-up showers and thunderstorms along and north of Interstate 40 as we settle into the afternoon. Those should start to get more widespread as we get to about dinner time, still mostly hanging to the north. But then this evening and in the middle of the night tonight, that's something crucial. After sunset, these storms will start to get more organized, even more so than what we'll see by the evening hours. And an intense line of showers and thunderstorms will continue to push through the state, eventually down into southern Tennessee by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then tapering off mostly by the morning commute, though we could see a few lingering storms out in parts of East Tennessee. Stay weather ready. Have multiple ways to be alerted of any incoming severe weather, and we'll continue to have updates throughout today, Amanda.
In the WVLT newsroom, I'm Whitney Turner. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a 14-month-old child. Sheriff C.J. Ball tells us the child was hit by a car on private property on Monday. They're offering prayers to all those involved. The office's Criminal Investigations Unit is looking into this. We are working to get more information. Back to you.
All right, more to come on that developing story. A Tennessee deputy is in the hospital with serious injuries after a head-on crash in Marion County. That's right between Tullahoma and Chattanooga. Deputy Timothy Cash was on duty. He was getting ready to set up a radar speed check on the highway when that crash happened. THP says that a driver fell asleep, veered into oncoming traffic, and hit that deputy's patrol car head-on. He's now in the hospital with broken ribs, a broken wrist, and swelling around the spinal cord in his neck. The sheriff's department says his family is going to need a lot of help getting by because one of their children has special needs.
Tim and his wife both work a lot of overtime when available, and to help meet the needs for his care. So this is going to be a big burden to them, him not being able to work at this time.
Later this week, the sheriff's office will be selling tickets for a gun raffle to support Deputy Cash's family. Arrests have been made in a deadly mass shooting in Memphis. 2 people were killed and 7 others were hurt during a block party. This happened last month. The suspects aren't charged with pulling the trigger, but officers say they were involved and have been arrested on other undisclosed charges. The number of people charged has also not been shared by police, although last week they did report that 18 people of interest were involved in that case. A 17-year-old and a 22-year-old were killed in the shooting. A Tennessee-based sanitation company will pay a nearly $650,000 fine after a federal investigation. The investigation found that Fayette Janitorial Service illegally hired 24 children to clean meat processing facilities in both Iowa and Virginia. The U.S. Department of Labor says investigators believe companies are not allowed to hire people younger than 18 to work in meat processing plants. That's under federal law.
The Knoxville Diocese will soon have a new bishop after the previous bishop faced allegations of mishandling abuse and then retired. Father James Mark Beckman is the bishop-elect and comes from Nashville after serving as a priest for more than 3 decades in the city. He says he wants to work on helping others heal during this process and listen to his staff and parishioners to make them feel valued. Beckman will be the 4th bishop of the Diocese of Knoxville, following Bishop Richard Sticka. Bishop Sticka resigned last June after the allegations, but he said he was retiring for health reasons. Back to you.
Well, cameras captured burglars making an interesting decision after breaking into a home in Memphis. Not only did they take clothing and other items, according to police, but officers say the two also took a shower inside the home they broke into. Now, police are trying to figure out who that man and that woman are. Lainey Wilson is the latest country music artist to join the bar scene in downtown Nashville. Bell Bottoms Up will bring Wilson's signature flair to the entertainment district. The venue will have 2 stages, 4 different bars, a dining area, and a rooftop with a 70s West aesthetic. Bell Bottoms Up will open later this summer. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning with a look at the big headlines from across the state. Have a great day and be safe.
This is Tennessee in 10, streaming your news and weather across the state in about 10 minutes.